As we celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month, there's a lot of ground covered by that one word, but Hispanic. It's not a blanket term or even close to being interchanged with other Latin phrases. Tonight, take a look at how the Heritage Month started and why Hispanic is used instead of Latino.
People's origins, their heritage, defines who they are.
One word to describe nearly 64 million people in the United States. Back in 1968, then President Lyndon Johnson proclaimed the week of September 16th as National Hispanic Heritage Week, saying, quote, "The people of Hispanic descent are the heirs of missionaries, captains, soldiers, and farmers who are motivated by a young spirit of adventure and a desire to settle freely in a free land. This heritage is ours." A move that wouldn't have happened without a joint resolution sponsored by a group of congressmen, including 2 Latinos from California and Texas.
The origins of Hispanic Heritage Month actually derive from the civil rights movement of the 1960s. It was a time where the United States was really coming to grips with its diversity.
San Diego State University anthropology professor Ramona Perez explained it was a time when the idea of the U.S. being a melting pot of cultures was disrupted and challenged.
Rather, we wanted to become a nation of immigrants, a nation that embraced its diversity and saw the power in that diversity.
Hispanic is a term created by the Census Bureau to describe Spanish-speaking nations around the world, including Mexico, Puerto Rico, Guatemala, and Spain. It excludes Latin American countries that don't have Spanish as their official language, including Brazil and Belize. But the word is also loaded with connotations of Spanish influence and colonization, conquistadors forcing indigenous people in Latin America to assimilate to their language and religion. In recent years, more attention has been given to the heritage before colonization.
So you see an embracing of the indigenous population and of the Afro-descended population, the Afro-Latino population.
Which brings us back to the question, is Hispanic the right word to use to describe us and our heritage? Well, we really can't offer an answer to that, but maybe one word isn't enough to describe 64 million people. And for the record, I usually say Latino, but that's a whole other discussion.